To today's edition of Toggle's Daily Video Insights. My name is Jan. I'm one of the co-founders of Toggle, and for all those of you who are joining us for the first time, we do these periodic reviews every market trading morning and pick one of the insights that Toggle has produced on thousands of US stocks daily. The focus today is going to be on Innsuites Hospitality, and if you'd like to see more of these insights in the future, please sign up to our YouTube channel or check us out on toggle.global, where you can also test drive the Toggle Copilot, which is the system that we'll be using here. So what you're able to see here in the chart of IHT is that actually Toggle already had a positive insight for this particular stock early in March, and the stock did well, as after the recent correction it triggered yet another positive insight. Both had been driven by momentum, so we're going to click on this one, which is the latest one, to take a look just exactly to see what is the analysis and what it's actually suggesting. Now the gist of it is pretty simple. Toggle analyzed 18 similar occasions where you've actually had a sell-off like this one, which caused momentum indicators to turn negative, and concluded that actually historically this was actually a good moment to anticipate a bounce in the stock, because it could effectively go from 240 all the way to 305, so about just over 27% increase over the following 3 months. Now remember, the window here is not fixed. This could obviously happen quite a bit earlier, but what you really want to see is the price to stay somewhere within this confidence interval that's determined by past experience. If you were to drop below the red line, 207, that's a sign that this is the moment to at a minimum reevaluate the thesis and potentially also place a stop loss level there. Now looking at why it might move gives us a quick overview of what exactly these past episodes have been, and you can see that in this case 1 month momentum is really stretched quite negative, and historically if you look at these other periods going all the way back to late 1990s, they typically really have coincided most of the time with a substantial bounce in the stock price. Now you can look at the backtest here and get a much better view of this. In particular, look at how compelling this trade has been. If you had invested in each one of these 18 episodes starting with $1 and then reinvested the gains every time, you would have ended up with $20 cumulatively. Also, the actual returns are heavily skewed. So basically the x-axis here is the target returns from past returns, and these are the actual returns, and you can see that they're substantially higher than 27% in many cases. However, and this is what really underscores the importance of respecting your stop losses, there have been a handful of times where the stock continued to go down and recorded an almost 40% drop. So risk management is very important. That limiting the downside will absolutely produce substantially better upside for your portfolio over the medium term. Going back to the overview, so much for the Innsuites today. In the daily brief, we also cover the possibility of a taper tantrum later this year, what that might look like, and whether or not it can be avoided. The daily brief should already be in your mailboxes. If it isn't, it's because you may not have signed up for it. Go to toggle.global, you can sign up there, or check your spam folder. Again, thanks for your attention. We'll see you on Tuesday.